Good morning, everybody.
Good
VJ, have you
morning.
started
Yeah, we are
recording?
good to go.
Good
Okay,
morning.
all right. Hi, Bracia.
Yes, Dr. Saab, we can start.
Yeah, okay, I'll start the timer right now and I'll put on mute. Go ahead, kick it off.
You start.
Hello to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all around the world. It's always good to have you with us on this India USA ICC. A very exciting time. We have 6 great projects that we're going to be talking about today and share with you, and hopefully these will be moving forward into the future. I'm going to turn it back to VJ, the co-host for this session, and we're going through a very busy agenda today, and we're going to stay very tight on time. Thank you, VJ.
Good morning and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the third meeting of the India USA ICC. I would like to just welcome you all, and as Dr. Sam said, we have a tight agenda. We are going to discuss projects and maybe something better on the friendship exchange also. We had discussed in some time back, and we have 2-3 projects lined up. We have our Global Grants King Shab online. He would also be speaking to us. So with this, I welcome you. Dr. Sam, you can please continue.
Well, we're moving forward, and thank you everyone for being here. And VJ, I'm going to let you go ahead and start with the elevator speeches for your colleagues from India. And then I'll be picking up just right after you finish with the introductions from India. And thank you, sir.
And from India, we have first, I would like to welcome Deepak Talwarji, our national coordinator from India. Welcome, Deepak ji.
Thank you.
Then we have Nagjyoti, who is, you can say, as I always say, a hybrid Rotarian. She's a member of a US club as well as a resident of India. Then we have Ravindra Mahadevkar from Rotary Club of Nasik. We have Sudhir Joshi from Rotary Club of Nasik. They will be presenting one project today. We have Rahul Wadhwa in here, and our Vice President Satish Omina from the India side, IPDG Satish Omina, Vice President. These are all from India. Dr. Saab, you can do it, and then we'll give it to Deepak to speak for 2 minutes because he has to leave, and then we can proceed with our agenda.
So,
Okay, you ready
so
for
I'll,
the US side now? Oh, I'm sorry. Deepak, go ahead.
just a minute I would like to take, not much. Congratulations for keeping continuous contact, which was the main object of the formation of ICC, to be in continuous contact so that we can facilitate Rotary projects. I'd like to just say one thing, Sam. Let it not be that we are only asking for DDF. We would love to see projects where we can contribute DDF from India also. We are, after all, the second largest contributors to the Rotary Foundation from India. So, you know, there are a lot of projects we can support in the United States also. So I don't want you to visualize this as a one-way street. It's a double channel street. We can support projects, you support projects, you know, and so I think that's a very healthy attitude to have. With that, you know, I'm absolutely thrilled with what you're doing. And anywhere, I'm always available 24/7 to facilitate and assist in anything which Sam need. Thank you very much. And I beg and take your leave. Please carry on.
Thank you, sir.
Deepak, thank you very much. And I want to thank you also. And VJ was the one that came up with this brilliant idea. We can have the India, USA collaborating on global grants, but also to start focusing on at-risk countries, or countries that want to be part of this. Just like today, we have Turkey and also Zimbabwe. And so this is, we're launching something that I think is fairly new as far as the ICCs. But I'm going to go ahead, 30 seconds max, as we introduce Shab. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, but you'll get another introduction from VJ in just a few minutes. But just go ahead and tell people who you are. And I'm going through the US list. Shab? Bercia, you want to go ahead? Introduce yourself. You're muted. Bercia, you're muted.
Yeah, I'll just,
Okay, if you can take her off mute.
yeah, she's off.
There you go.
Morning.
Bercia, go ahead.
I think he have the control for the microphone, our guest. Good morning. My name is Bricia Laguar. I'm member of the Rotary Club Save Our Planet in District 5330. It's an honor to be here, and I love to see friends in this meeting. Good morning, everybody. Good evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Shab, a quick intro from you, but sir.
All right, I'm sorry I couldn't unmute because somebody's controlling my tongue.
I know VJ is he's got the whip, buddy. Okay,
Well,
right quick, and then we're going to
Thank
get
you,
on.
Dr. Sam. I'm honored and privileged to be among great friends and that we see all the time. I'm from District 5300. I'm the Global Grant Chair for my district, Global Grant Chair for my club, Foundation Chair for my club, and International Director for my club. So, and we are, I see a lot of familiar faces that we hold on the third Tuesday of each month. A global grant partnership around the world, and we'll be happy to have anyone. I sit on the board of directors for the for Rotary Action Group for Peace, and I'm members with a lot of ICCs and also action groups. So looking forward to see you on projects and hear from you. Anybody that have a question, you can call me. I will put some resources in the
Yeah.
meeting in a
Shab,
few
we're going to
minutes.
give
but
you
thank
your 10 minutes. Let's go
Thank
on to
you.
Caroline. Caroline, you're up, girl. Thank you. Unmute, Caroline. Unmute. VJ, can you?
Yeah,
There you
she's
go.
unmuted.
Caroline, okay, go
Hi.
ahead. Be quick.
Greetings. Greetings. I'm from Ottawa and I am a guest. I meet Sam regularly on our Wednesday projects, SRAG, and I am at the moment the president of the SRAG ENA, North America. That's my role, and I'm here to hear more about your projects. And thanks for having me.
We're glad you're here. VJ, if you can unmute George, please. George Small.
Yes.
George, you're
Yeah,
on.
George,
go.
you're unmuted.
All right, very good. Good morning, good evening, wherever you're at. I'm George Small, Rotary Club of Canyon City, Colorado, which is District 5470. I'm the foundation chair. I'm also the alternate for council and legislation, interested in that area of the politics of Rotary. Sorry about that. And so I really have been interested in the ICCs in terms of, bringing people in who can provide some activity for us. And so, although I don't see some individuals this morning, but Luke Javernick, who's working on river science, Linda Carlson has done some projects, and Raul Mera, who just moved from our club to Minnesota. And I think somebody was going to hook up with him in terms of his health project in India. So.
Yeah, I think that's
Thank
going to
you.
be next month, actually, George.
Yeah.
Okay. VJ, if you'll unmute May O'Brien.
They can unmute themselves. I have temporarily.
Okay. May, you're up. Thank you.
Hi, I'm May O'Brien with Washington, D.C. Rotary Club. I'm the co-chair of the International Service Committee, which oversees international grants. So I'm happy to be here because we support the peace mission of ICCs.
Thank you, May. Shannon, can you unmute, please? And we're so pleased to see you. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thanks. I'm on the west coast of the US. My name is Shannon Bloss Blair, and I'm a 16-year member of my club in Huntington Beach, California, but I'm actually a remote member dialing in from Eugene, Oregon. My club had just turned 100 years old. I am the club treasurer and also a 5-year international service chair for my club extending through 2026. And I'm here as support for my district representative who's unable to attend this morning. Our primary focus at this point within our district is to try to develop more members of an ICC committee in the district itself, and to start to develop some fun events and projects that we can do within the district to just raise awareness and potentially bring in more clubs to be eager consider twinning opportunities or develop relationships with clubs in India so we can begin to help make the connections for fruitful project partnerships. Thank you, Dr. Sam.
And Shannon, thank you for helping actually get this kicked off again, the India USA ICC. We really appreciate you. I see all the things you're doing and you're amazing, absolutely amazing. Daniel, you can unmute yourself. And this is a gentleman that's a new member of our club and immediately went to Taiwan. And so Daniel, if you'll unmute, please.
Hi there. Yes. It's great to meet everybody. I hope I'm coming through okay. There was a bit of an issue with some of the speakers for me on my particular Zoom. But yes, I spent the last 25 years creating new technology that can understand complex problems and really make them a lot more amenable to solutions. So we're looking for all sorts of humanitarian applications in this. We're looking at homelessness as well as the Taiwan sort of situation and seeing what can be done there to prevent a conflict there. So if anybody's interested in any of that, please let me know. I look forward to meeting you.
Daniel, we're glad to have you here, and best wishes in what you're doing in Taiwan at this time. Vijay, I think it's back to you. I saw Rahul, your Indian compatriot. I don't see our Rahul from Chicago. So back to you, Vijay.
Thank you. So I would also request my Indian guys to introduce themselves in brief. I would start with Satish. Satish, kindly introduce yourself. Unmute and introduce.
Yeah, hi everyone. Again, very nice to see you all here. Last time also I was there in this meeting, and I am IPDG from 3160. Last year we targeted almost all 10 global grant projects where we have completed 6 totally, and still we are interested to go for remaining 4 also. We are working on that. I'm seeking your kind help in this regard. Thank you all.
Thank you. Ravindra.
Yeah, good morning, everybody, and good evening to Indian friends. This is Ravi Mahadevkar. I am representing District 3030, Rotary Club of Nasik. I have been mainly responsible for the foundation as well as the CSR activities in my district, as well as on behalf of my district, as well as my club. We have been talking about a few global grants. And so far we have done more than 670,000 US dollars worth of grants for last 4-5 years. And now we look forward for many more projects in coming Rotary years. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Ravi. Nagjyoti, please.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Rotarian Nagjyoti Bullapragada. I'm Master's in Environment Engineering, and I'm one of the SRAC Director, Social Media and Communication.
Nagjyoti, your voice is muffled.
Okay. Now?
Yeah, it's a little better. It's a little better. Okay.
I am from Rotary Club Caliphate, District 7710. I'm residents from India, and I am Masters in Environment Engineering, one of the SRAC Director, Social Media and Communication. I'm here to know more about the projects. Thank you so much, Dr. Sam and PP Vijay, for personal invitation.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Sudhir.
And have you finished with yours, your group, VJ? Because I have Sadif here from Turkey, and I'd like her to unmute and introduce herself.
Yeah, but I have two more. Just give me one.
Okay, go right ahead. I was asking you a question.
Sudhir.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Rotarian Sudhir Joshi from District 3030. I am Director TRF for Rotary Club of Nasik, and as my colleague, my mentor Ravindra Mahadekar said, we are here for finding out partners for our global grant projects, which we'll be presenting today. Thank you.
Back to you, VJ.
Yeah. Rahul, kindly introduce yourself.
Sure. Yeah, hi, very good evening and good morning. I can just see, our dear friend PDG Shab is here and Arisa is here. Yes, and Vijay, thank you again. I mean, this is, I think, our third meeting in a row, and this is like really wonderful. And Dr. Sam was really putting this together. So good effort and a lot of work, I know. So, well, myself, Rotarian Rahul Vadwa from District 3110, my home club, Agra Taj Mahal. We have been doing a lot of global grants. So just finished up 2 global grants for my club. And we have, doing almost many grants, but just uploaded means the Rotary has just started. So we have already 5 global grants. We have put it up on our district. So looking forward for more. So we will be in close contact in future. So do more, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rahul. Friends, I would just like to make one thing very clear that we have been seeing that everybody is coming over here for global grants. This forum is not only for global grants, it is for networking among district and members of both the countries. There would be many other things to be taken up, like friendship exchanges or vocational training and all that we will be discussing in the future. So kindly just don't just come with the mindset that we have to only apply for global grants if you are in the India USA ICC. Dr. Sam, if you want to add something, please.
So yeah, one thing. Thank you. You putting Vijay on this. I put a standing invitation here for Agra. Any team, any friendship exchange coming to India from anywhere, we would love to host them in the city of Agra.
Yeah, because we have been saying in every meeting that any district which intends to either call in a friendship exchange or wants to go in for a friendship exchange in the other country, please contact us so that and just let us know the location so that we can connect to that district and try and connect you guys. That's yes, Dr.
Yeah, and I want to echo what VJ is saying. This is really going to be a broad list, but right now we've had a lot of requests about global grants, and that's why we have Shab with us. And Sadif, if you'll unmute and introduce yourself, and then I'm going to turn it back to VJ and so he can introduce Shab. Sadif from Turkey.
You can
Sadif,
unmute. You can unmute.
Unmute,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, you are
Okay.
unmuted, please.
Go ahead.
That me? Sada? Did you say Sada? Did you call on my name?
Yes. Kindly
We're
introduce
waiting
yourself.
for your short introduction.
Okay, all right. So I'm Sada Suzan from Turkey, District 2430. I've been a Rotarian since 2001. And I've participated in many projects, and I've had quite a few offices in the district, like RP chair, DSC chair, VCP chair, and 3 years alumni district chair, 3 years respectively. And I've been district membership chair 2014 and 2015. And I've been ICC Turkey Friends member and committee chair for 3 consecutive years. I'm also, well, although it has to be renewed now, I've been a cadre member, BEL, Basic Education and Literacy. I've been to 6 conventions, including Birmingham, Bangkok, Lisbon, Toronto, Atlanta, finally in Hamburg, and because of the pandemic, I joined Honolulu and Taipei online, and I intend to go, I hope. So I'm also a bearer of a citation for meritorious service, which I'm proud of. I'm a benefactor and multiple Harris Fellow. I'm a tutor, I'm a teacher trainer. I'm a member of ALTE, Association of Language Testers Europe. So that's about it. I mean, I think that should be enough. I have more things. I have 3 children and 1 granddaughter. And I've been to the States, God knows how many times, to many districts. I have a lot of friends. And
Sadif, we're glad you're here and thank you very much
thank you.
for being with us. You'll be hearing from her just a little later. VJ, back to you for Shab.
Thank you. Friends, PDG Shab needs no introduction. We all know him. He has been a pioneer in support for the global grants. And every second, third Tuesday, they have been having meetings for global grants where they try and connect people from across the globe for global grant requests. There's a website, matchinggrants.org, which has been created, and I think Nagjyoti and Dr. Sam are very well connected with them, and they have been all working together to get many districts connected. With this short introduction, the rest he had already given. I would request Shab to kindly say a few words.
Good morning, good evening, everywhere. Honored and privileged to be among all of you this morning. Dr. Sam, thanks for the opportunity. Vijay, thanks for the opportunity. I've seen a lot of you. You're not strangers. I've seen a lot of you before, throughout the pandemic, and we have worked with you also throughout the pandemic and now. So today, I'm gonna rush it through because Vijay says it. It's not only about the global grant. It's about the peace that we establish in the world through our action and through our global grant. Once you establish a global grant, or you establish friendship, or you establish a sister club, you're really getting the Rotarians together, and that also make your membership feel good about themselves, and also giving will thrive. As in India for the longest time, they were a beneficiary of Rotary. They did a lot of global grant with Rotary, a lot of projects, invited a lot of people. But guess what? They are very loyal to Rotary. Now that affect their membership because members come to Rotary because they want to do projects. They want to be involved. They want to do service. And this was all about. And because they do service and also they know the importance of foundation, they are the highest giver per capita for foundation. And Deepak, emphasized that he wants to help. India wants to help also, not only be a place to take money for their global grant. And that's very significant, the transformation, but that's because of the service that we do. I have put in the chat a few resources, and I'm not sure how far the resources go. Sometimes they go halfway. So I want to check in the chat to see if they went halfway. If they did, I'm going to have to give you some more. Yes, they did not go. So I'm going to give you some more. So hang in with me. So because it didn't go all through. Here we go. Sister Club. First. Select. Okay. Copy and go back, chat. And this is the rest of the of the resources. So as we go on the resources, and you can probably follow me through, because I'm going to go real quick through them so you can see what's going on. And these resources are really useful for you. I can share the screen and then go into my notes. And Dr. Sam, it should work on this iPad. Everybody can see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. As you can see, these resources, I put them not because I like to be famous. I have seen that they help all the Rotarians around the world in their projects and how to find your partner, your money, and also how to find help throughout your project. I'm going to be real quick. The first one is I took everything in Rotary, guys, and I put it for you in links. So you can go in and see it in links. And when you want to give money to the foundation for your global grant or whatever you want to give to, come right over here, or you can go right into the Rotary International. You say donate, and you don't send checks anymore. You say donate, and then you go in, and here we go, and you pick up the global grants. You put the 7 digits. You're not going to see that project unless this project being submitted. If it's submitted, you can go in and put your money in it, whatever money you want to do. So this is an easy way of donating to the foundation and also to your project. The second note I'm going to go through is where do you part? If you want any of the coordinators in the world, there is a link for here. But where do we post our project? Why do we post our projects over here? Okay, I don't know why I'm going to this. So matchinggrants.org. Okay, why do we post our project over here? Because you easily can find some partner and some money. And if you do not have your 15%, you can also find a partner over here. And if you don't have even a partner, you can hit any of these projects, and now that's how you find your partner. And this, like this global grant over here, I became their partner the other day. But if you go back and you say another project, there is no partner for that, or you can click here, or you can call them. And this project has, let's say, financing of 5,000, 7,000. You can say, I will give you 7,000, you give me 7,000, and you have a primary, and you have some 15% or part of the 15%. So as you can see, it was easy for me in a second right now to find a project. So before you send your global grant in, what I advise you to do, go in the third resource and then find your Rotary grant coordinator for any district. Your grant coordinator is right here. You go in, you find them, you send them a letter, you say, this is my project, what can I do? Please look at it. And if you have an advice for me, give me an advice. The third one is the cadre, and they are very important. I'm a cadre for the foundation, and I've seen another cadre right now that she talks about herself. So they will help you to do your global grant. Disaster fund, the charitable remaining trust is for mostly the Americans. That's a formula that you can use to find out how you can make money on Rotary Foundation. You can donate your money to the Rotary Foundation, an endowment, and make percentage of money. So you can be an Arch Club Society while you're earning money from Rotary Foundation. I'm not going to go into it, but I will if somebody want to know about it. Disaster fund. You can apply for $25,000 for the disaster fund for your district. and there are some special cases, like in Ukraine, you can apply for $25,000 in your district and send it to Ukraine. So that's another thing that Rotary Foundation have been flexible about. We have a Google sheet that will follow up to see who's married to who. But if you want to join our group, to know if you need help on the global grant, there is a group on WhatsApp for Sister Club. Also, there is a group for Sister Club. So you can put your form for Sister Club and people will take that form and then they sign on for you with you. And it's a great way to find a Sister Club. How to raise funds for Rotary. It's easy. It's an easier thing. A lot of people do not even know that Rotary has a place for you to start a fundraiser for your global grant or for your project. You can start a global grant or a fundraiser and tell Rotary, please apply that money for my project, whichever one. If it is a global grant, they will apply money to global grant. Again, Rotary Showcase is a great place for you to showcase your project. Also, I'm going to go into it. You see, it's everything is linked. So you have a great time of doing this because people around the world will see your project also. In order to have coordinate support from across the Rotary Action Groups and ICCs, we also formed on WhatsApp a group for Action Group. So they work together. Let's say the environmental has a project and Peace People has a project. I have $10,000. They have $10,000. Guess what? We just give them 10,000. Give our name. You become the primary. You need secondary, and your project is on. Why it's important to have a project on and have a number? Because if you have a primary, then you can go to Rotary International and post your project over there. This way, anybody in the world that have money, they can go in and put that money into your project, because a lot of times at the end of the year, governors do not want to give their DDF because they will lose it in 5 years. Also, we started a group for Rotary Act, and we are proud to say we are the first people to help the Rotary Act put their first 4 global grants, and 2 of them are approved. There is also an opportunity in February. Deepa Gupta and myself and my wife and his wife and Dr. Sam, we are going to that project fair. And why it's important? Because from India, we're going to get some projects.
John, one more minute. One more
Yes.
minute.
Okay. Once we go down to the project fair, we can sit down and hook you up. We have a monthly meeting. This is you just take the numbers and join us every third Tuesday. And also, if you want to connect with me, this is my information. And if you want to know more about me, then go hit me on Google, Shahab Alawar on Google, and you will know who I am and what I do. So with that, I'm going to say, Dr. Sam, I hope I went on time. If you have any question, you have my phone number. I am on WhatsApp. I am also available for you one-on-one if you need any help on your global grant. With that, Dr. Sam, I am happy and privileged and honored to have been with you today.
Well,
And
we're glad you're
everybody else.
here. You are absolutely the global grants magician. I say that all the time and do honor. VJ, back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Sam, and thank you, Shab, for giving an elaborative presentation and explaining to us how do we go about the global projects and other resources. Thank you very much. Dr. Sam, I think you can now take up your peace project, and before we go to the projects, because before we go to the global projects, you can take
Oh,
up
you
your
want to go
peace.
with the piece first?
Yeah, and then in the
Okay.
end, we'll take up those 2 projects.
Okay. If you can bring up the 5 slides and we'll
Yeah,
get started
give
on
me
that. This is something that we've been talking with Larry Strober about. He is the chair for the Rotary International Peace Polls. This is a very important movement that's going on in the Rotary world. There's literally about 2,500 of these all over the globe and over 200 countries and territory. But we thought a project, and this gets back to what VJ was talking about, is that in Melbourne and the House of Friendship, 1/3 of that was dedicated to peace. And as you know, the Rotary, as an international organization, was the NGO that helped found the United Nations. Most people do not realize that. We were there from the beginning. We're the only NGO in the world that has permanent member standing in the United Nations itself. And actually, we have an ambassador to the United Nations from Rotary International. So this is a huge connection that we have. We are very blessed to be working with VJ and working with Deepak Dana on our side, Moldovan from the United States, looking at peace. And the other bookend of that, of course, is supporting the environment. And so in thinking about this, before that we were actually even able to charter this, I started thinking about how could we actually have the greatest amount of impact of peace and the environment. And I thought about, one of the leaders of peace in the whole world, of course, is Mahatma Gandhi from India. And I was always enthralled when I would watch the peace walks that he was taking for one reason or another throughout India. And I thought we need to really build off of this through the ICC, because this will give us a real connection within India itself. But the world really knows about Mahatma Gandhi. And so then I started in Houston, actually, the previous international conference and convention for Rotary. And we started talking about it in Houston. We continued the discussion over the year, going to Melbourne, and then we met about Melbourne. But I think one of the ways that we can look at it, and if you will look at the bottom of the invitation that was sent to you, both the welcome and the friendly reminder, at the bottom is 5 of the largest peace walks that the great Mahatma took himself. And so what I wanted to propose in this is that we think about this. We have a committee. We have, and actually Meg Lynn O'Brien is here. She's one of those that has a real interest in this. And we have about 5 in the United States that said they would like to pursue discussion of this. VJ, you can have, a number 5 or 6, or whatever number you want from India to talk about this. But I think this would really bring this whole notion of peace, the environment, and then, of course, the other 5 major areas of focus, which support both of these, can be brought into that. And so what we'd like to do is to think about this, see about having a committee, and we would not do it during the regular India USA ICC meeting, but we could have meetings on Zoom to discuss this, to see the interest may be, and which one of the 5 walks that I shared with you in the invitation that may be the most appropriate and would be of greatest interest as far as the Indian Rotary clubs, the Indian districts, and maybe have one that goes over multiple districts and many different clubs, and then to look at this of planting the peace poles along with the Peace Grove. And this is greatly expanding what has been done in the past with the peace poles. If you see these peace poles right now on the screen, and then you'll see Larry right beside me, these in many cases are standalone. And one of the suggestions by an international evaluator for Rotary said the peace poles are too isolated. They need to have something with them. And so, of course, the bookend of peace, the other end is the environment. The idea of actually having space that we would plant maybe 5 to 6 or 7 native species trees, indigenous to wherever we would plant these across India. And tongue in cheek, we want to get the Google Maps, look at it the day before we actually start doing of this, take a photograph of India, and then hopefully by the time we finish, to continually to take photographs, and then but to do it not only when we're planting these, but also to as we move forward in time to show how you have this band of green now that's being established in India. Again, peace, support for the environment, having the peace poles supported through these natural groves that will breathe new life and new energy, wildlife and humankind communing together for every living being on the planet. So I want to just bring this up as an idea. This is something that's being proposed. It's not a definite project, but I've talked with Mohammed, who is the head of the ICCs for the world. He finds this of great interest. Larry Strober, who is the chair for Rotary International for Peace Poles, thinks this is a marvelous idea. But again, it must be something that we discuss within our own ICC to see if you'd like to move forward with this or not. So Vijay, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and I'll take questions at the end of this. But I just wanted to introduce the idea. And I know we have these others that need to present. And so back to you, Vijay.
Anybody who
Vijay?
has any questions in relation to this presentation?
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Vijay.
Anybody wish to ask Dr. Sam any question in relation to this, please? I think then we can move to the next agenda. We have
And I
the
think
project.
that's 6A, Vijay.
Yeah. So we now have projects to discuss, and I would like to invite Sudhir Joshi first to present his project. Sudhirji, you also state your matching grants registration number, G number also while making the.
Sure. I'll share my screen.
Yes, you can.
Can you see the screen? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, this is the presentation, Rotary Club of Nasik. Proposed global grant project, mobile blood donation van and refrigerated centrifugal equipment at Janakalyan Samiti's Janakalyan Blood Bank Center, Nasik. This falls under the disease prevention and treatment. Beneficiaries, on an average, we conduct 25 to 30 camps per month, which includes around 3 to 4 camps of collection of more than 100 units of blood. All other camps are small camps with turnaround of 25 to 50 blood donors at a time. So these are beneficial. As blood is having short shelf life, it is always useful to have a small camps at a regular interval for fresh blood stock rather than having mega blood donation camp on a single day, or in order to avoid wastage of precious human blood. Mobile blood donation van is most suitable for conducting such small camps at rural places and also in urban areas. It can also be utilized for distribution of blood to blood storage centers at rural places with maintained cold chain. This will ultimately help us to increase reach of NAT tested blood products in rural areas for patient safety. Need assessment. The adequate facility of NAT tested blood components that will eliminate possibility of transmission of diseases transmitted through blood at affordable rates in adequate quantity. Tremendous mental stress that family of a thalassemia patient has to undergo to ensure a unit of fresh and tested blood is available every 14 days for transfusion. Lack of storage facility in semi-urban and rural parts of the district, prompting a very unethical business practices and exploitation during supply of blood. Availability of adequate blood components for patients undergoing major surgeries as well as cancer patients. Availability of fresh and tested blood components throughout the year. The project will cover donation of mobile blood collection van. The photographs are there. On the side van is there, and a refrigerated centrifuge. About the Beneficiary Institute, it's a very strong presence since 1989, very renowned brand image. I am talking about the blood bank. Dedicated staff of 50+ employees, many of whom are with them for more than 10 years. Availability of volunteers at the key management position who brings in their expertise in management. A very transparent main trust which is operating this blood center established since last 50 years, where 9 large projects are being effectively and efficiently handled, helping broad spectrum of population. In snapshot, so far they conducted 6,790 camps. Blood collection is 3,40,327. Donors 3,792, and total distribution is 5,01,676. Purpose of procurement: the new blood donation van to replace 13-year-old mobile blood collection van with ultra-modern additional facilities on Force Traveler 4020 T2 delivery van. This is the van model. New centrifuge to replace 23rd-year-old equipment with new advanced automated technology. It is used for separation of components like red cells, plasma, and platelets from the collected whole human blood, which can be used to save lives of 3 different patients from one single unit of collected blood. This is Project Global Accomplishment. The mobile van will ensure that we are able to conduct blood donation camps more efficiently in urban and rural areas. This will help us to increase collection from current average of 1,200 per month to 1,700 without much increase in fixed cost. Also, the visibility of mobile van will increase the awareness about the Janakalyan in semi-urban and rural parts and help us to redirect the patients to establish blood storage centers for blood-related needs. The new advanced technology-based refrigerated centrifuge will enable us to provide quality blood components to maximize the national use of precious collected blood from donors. This is our proposed project funding. Ravi sir, I would request you to help me to explain this.
I think most importantly,
about 1 minute.
Yeah, I know. In fact, Sam, we have already submitted this on matchinggrant.org, and this project we have got sanctioned this DDA from our district governor. So one question to you probably would be, if the amount is very big, then probably we will be able to split this project into 2 different global grants as well, actually. So that also we are ready. And one more important thing that we got, we are trying to get in touch with many more friends from US as well as the various Rotarians who would like to participate with us. And as Shab has mentioned that we are willing to do some kind of, if you are going to support us, we are willing to support for your international projects into your country also. So this is what from our side. And probably the more details would be available from us. Anybody would like to have the questions, please ask us eventually. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And you have my coordinates. Contact me. We'll discuss this about the matchinggrants.org. Okay. Back to you, Vijay.
Yes. Sudhir, you can switch it off.
Sudhir, you can just.
Sure.
Do you want to move on to Sadif?
Please, can you
for
stop
Turkey?
sharing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll stop sharing.
One suggestion on this project, Sohail, the
Yes,
full
sir.
number, $94,000. Try to improve that, not to have a whole number, especially when you post on matchinggrants.org, because people love to see 94,562. So this way,
Okay.
people know that you have done your homework, you have got estimates, and put those estimates also in your description or also in your assessment. This way, people know that you're not fishing. 94,000 is it really the number? So change that number, especially when you post your global grant. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks.
Just an observation. Thanks.
Yes,
Sohail.
thanks for this input, actually. Thanks. Yeah, we will do it.
Now we move to the next global grant project. Samir, you were not there earlier while introduction. So please first introduce yourself and present your project, please. You can share your slides. Samir.
Me, Sedef?
No, Sedef, please. Samir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. Now I have,
Wait, Sedef, please. Just give me 1 minute.
okay, no.
Samir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So please share your slides and present your project. Introduce
Can you
yourself.
hear me now?
Hello. Actually, see what has happened is, Vijay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm traveling. So if you don't mind, I'll just speak. I don't have anything right now because I'm traveling. I'm in my
If you can
car.
join in 5 to 10 minutes, I'll go to the next agenda and we'll get back to
No,
you.
I can explain my project.
Okay, you please do.
Please allow me. Yeah. So good evening, everyone. I am Samir Sarangar from RI District 3142, India. And our project is in the segment of water management. We stay in the Maharashtra state in Thane district, where there is lot of rural area or village area, and there are two main rivers here, and the rains are there is too much rain in 4 to 5 months, and rest of the months there is no rain, so all the lands are dry, and therefore what happens is the lot of rural people, villagers, tribal people, they don't get enough water for cultivation and as well as domestic use. So we have been working on that, and Rotary District 3142 has constructed more than 460 dams, check dams on these rivers in last few years. And now during this year we have proposed to construct 7 check dams on the river streams, which are in the length of about 15 meters to 30 meters, and it will help at one check dam will help at least 1,000 people to have sufficient water for agriculture as well as domestic use for entire year. So they can have 2 to 3 more crops, and that will have good life for them. So the cost of these 7 projects, 7 check dams, is around $55,000, and out of that we means our club as well as district can contribute $19,500, and we are expecting the balance from the partnering club as well as from RI Foundation. That's all. I think this is the in short.
Thank you, Samir. Shab, you would like to say something or add on to it? Shab, would you like to comment on this project?
Yes, Samir, would you please put your project on matchinggrants.org, and for all of you,
we have already done.
He already has.
The number is 3194. The number is 3194. We have already submitted this project. 3194.
Okay, great. I will check into it,
G3194.
Samir, and I have your email, and then I'll send you my recommendation, or I will open it up right now and I will give you my recommendation in a minute.
Please, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So nice of you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharp. Thank you, Samir. Now, Sadaf, your project, please.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to share some screen.
Just give me 1 minute.
And
Yes,
4
you can
minutes.
share it. You can
Sadi.
share it.
I'd like to share a screen, please.
You should be able to share it.
In the meantime,
Dr. Sam, you wanted to say something?
I was just telling her 4 minutes, and we
okay,
need to move on.
I'll try my best.
You should be able to share. You should be able to share.
Now, okay, I just want to share this,
I have given you co-host rights. You should be able to share.
Okay, so Rotary Club of Ontario Olympus has already started a global grant. You can see my grants. It's the number is given. Global Grant 2454318. It's Let the Sun Shine. That's the name of the project. It's an environmental project. You know, I will just go down and read the other parts for you. Just a second. These are the members, committee members. So it's I'll try to we're trying to supply solar panels for a large school in a low-income district in Ontario with 1,700 students, and we'll provide a reliable supply of electricity using renewable solar energy, reducing dependency on unreliable fossil fuel energy, and will also reduce the carbon emissions. The total investment of this project is 51,936, but we have already 11,000, but we need more. We have our we were doing this project with an American club, Sturgis Rotary Club USA. The existing global partner is Amy Lee, the president of Sturgis Rotary Club, District 6360. And my club, Ontario Olympus, is very interested in establishing a direct connection with India and other U.S. clubs or districts. And I'd like to share another. We are doing this with CW Energy, which is a widespread renewable energy company, and they are affiliated with a German company. And you can see here the simulation results. We've already got the simulation results. In numbers, you can see the speculated annual yield and the performance ratio, yield reduction due to shading, with the energy grow graph, etc. But I also have another one. I just mentioned about the project in the global grant application form. Climate change and energy crisis are threatening our planet. I'm overly sensitive about the environment, and I'm an SRAD member in the meantime. Solar energy being renewable source of energy, and so installation of solar panels on rooftop of a school, which I said was 1,700 students, seems to be one of the ways to reduce carbon emissions and save energy. The sun is free, as we all know. So I have one more screen here. I think it's Yeah, it's the setup of the system. I'll send you the picture of the school as well. That's the rooftop. And this is the school. It's a large school. And this I think is a very, very important project, an environmental project. And I hope it will set a precedent through the district. Other schools will start doing this. And it's environment. I mean, environment is our problem. Thank you. I take pride in this. And my club has done so far. My club has done 3 more global grants for the disabled citizens of Antalya and also motorbike ambulances in Antalya. Motorbike ambulance project has been approved and paid, and it's working. And so is the global grant Rainbow for disabled citizens of Antalya. And this is our 3rd project we want to continue with. Thank you. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer your questions. I don't want to, I just want to be in time for my 10 minutes. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, can I comment a little or give some advice over here? If you go to Rotary International, you'll find a lot of recommendation about the project and what it will take to approve a solar panel. Just for the solar panel, they will not approve it. You have to go through some stuff. I can probably print them, copy them and put them in the chat right now, what you need, but also you can connect with me and I will give you, what they recommend for you to do for the solar panel to be approved. So if that, yes.
I was sort of sensitive about time management, and I've already filled out some of the questions that the Rotary Foundation asks in the global grant application. We will also have training. We will also have, of course, the company is responsible for training of the use of the solar panels. Plus, they have a 10-year guarantee, which makes it sustainable, and they get all the equipment locally, etc., etc. I will send you the global grant, and you can see that my answers for the other questions. And also, of course, because of the energy reduction, the faucets will be sensor faucets. Everything that the school uses power, electricity, will be eliminated. Everything will be performed by solar panels. And also, at the end of a certain period of time, the school will benefit from, will profit from this. They will start selling electricity to the local.
Sadif, we need to move on, and I'll let you and Shab share directly, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and put your coordinates in the chat so you can do that.
Okay.
VJ, we're ready to move on. Can we go on to Gib?
Dr. Sam, over to you for your 2 projects.
Yes, okay. Gib, I think you're here. This is Gib Leonard, and he's been working 20 years now in Zimbabwe. They went from a single school in a very small village, and now they have 31 schools, faculty housing, health clinics, and also they're adding school and community gardens. Gib, you want to take, if you will, just a little overview of what you're doing and what your ask is. And thank you for being here. Gib? Did we lose Gib? I was here just a few minutes ago.
No, he's here, but he cannot, we cannot hear him.
Gib, you need to unmute.
So he's unmuted, but we cannot hear you, Gib. I think there's some problem with the audio connection.
Okay, all right, then we'll go to Bradley. Bradley, thank you for being here. Bradley is representing the River Watch, part of River Science in Colorado. Oh, Gib, you're back. Okay, take a couple of minutes and your ask for your project. We can't hear you, Gib. You're not coming through. Okay, we'll go to Bradley. Gib, see if you
Gib,
can.
in the meantime, you can try and connect your audio. There
Try
seems
to
be some issue
reconnect.
with your audio.
Okay, Bradley, why don't you go ahead and share about what you're doing? This is not a global grant request. This is something that we can have one of our first projects on Zoom. And so Bradley, if you can explain what you're doing in Canyon City, working with George Small, who is actually here, and see if we can set this up for the future. And Bradley, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you're coming through loud and clear.
Great. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I have some slides.
And I want to announce to our group, we are going over time, and hopefully this is going to be okay with everyone so we can have these last two projects.
Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Bradley Boileau. I'm the project manager for Riverwatch of Colorado. Through this presentation, I'm going to show you an example of a successful water quality monitoring program. This program has been around for over 30 years here in the state of Colorado. We're a statewide program where we have volunteer groups throughout the state collecting water quality data on their local streams and rivers. So I'll start the presentation. So what is Riverwatch? Like I said, statewide citizen science volunteer water quality program with the mission of real people doing real science for a real purpose. This program is in partnership with River Science, the nonprofit, and Colorado Parks and Wildlife, the government entity. So our program depends on volunteer scientists who have been trained on our methods and protocols. They've been given equipment to do the proper techniques to collect this data. This is high quality data and it's pretty rigorous. So we can consider them more than just volunteers. They're out collecting, following the state standard protocol, because like I said, we're in partnership with Colorado Parks and Wildlife. So in order for our data to be used and in order for our data to be impactful, we follow the state guidelines to ensure that we're producing the highest quality data that can be used for regulatory purposes. This program was started in response to Inform the Clean Water Act, which was an act that was started in the 80s here in Colorado to ensure, as Colorado is a headwater state with a history of mining, we wanted to ensure that our data was being produced on a consistent basis and to provide baseline data to the government in order to be proactive with our data instead of reactive with our data. So over 30 years, we've had, this is probably a couple years old at this point, close to 80,000 volunteers, 60,000 miles of river monitored, and over $1 million of in-kind volunteer time. This is just a little picture of a newspaper article written in 1993. I'm going to skip over this video that I have on the next slide. I'd be happy to share this presentation after, but it's a little bit longer and I don't want to go over time since we're already over. So I'm going to skip this. Over the years, as time goes on, as videos become more impactful and more useful, COVID, we say, forced us to consider some of these options regarding video trainings, which can be very helpful as resources for our volunteers. But it's necessary more than forced us. So we have a pretty large inventory of resources for our volunteers on the internet for them to learn about what we do if they need refreshers. We also partnered with the Department of Education to ensure that the students involved with Riverwatch are being certified that can help them improve their career trajectory. They can have a leg up on their other colleagues and students. They can get certified in Riverwatch methods and protocols and receive the certification that's approved by the Department of Education. Macroinvertebrates has been another collection that we do. The basis of our water quality sampling is mostly chemical, where we're testing for pH, alkalinity, hardness, temperature, dissolved oxygen, as well as metals and nutrients. Macroinvertebrates is more of that biological piece of what we collect, where they're analyzing the ecosystem of the water and what is able to live in it. The majority of what we're collecting is based on the standards that the state sets for aquatic life to be habitable in our rivers. We've also started an internship program where it's another incentive for the students that are involved in the program for them to be able to have some more career experience and come intern at our offices here in Denver, Colorado. It's been a successful 2-year program up to this point. We've had a couple great interns come through and gain some career experience if they wanted to further their experience with Riverwatch from the classroom into a career potential. And that's all I had. I probably skipped over a lot, but I know this program has had success, and the average retention rate of volunteer groups that we've had is over 12 years, which is pretty incredible. Like I said, it's real people doing real science for a real purpose. And that purpose part of things is we want to engage with our volunteers as much as possible to ensure that the data that they're collecting is being used, and it's very impactful for the state regulators, and it's a sustainable way to have data produced in our state on a consistent basis and have a pretty robust data set of baseline water quality data. So that's all I have for now. Please feel free, like I said, I'd be happy to share this presentation and that video. That's pretty informative. My email is here, so I'd be happy to speak with anyone who has questions.
Bradley, if you can send that to VJ and me, you have both of our email addresses. We'll attach that as part of the minutes that we'll be sending out in the next few days, both of those. And also, too, if you could put a little questionnaire about having the seminar coming up in the future that we talked about, that would be fantastic. So you and I can talk offline about that, but thank you for being here. Gib, are you able to get through to us now?
Can you hear me, Sam?
There you are, loud and clear. Okay, sir, be quick.
All right.
I've introduced you, so let's, because we're running way over time, but we're glad you're here, and thank you for what you're doing in Zimbabwe.
Right. Okay. My name is Gib Leonard. I'm a Rotarian out of the Club 7620, Washington, D.C. And I'm the founding director of the Buy a Brick Foundation. That is a 501c3 here in the States, and also an approved nonprofit in Zimbabwe, Africa, where we've been working for the past 20 years. I just want to tell you all, we have put over $3 million into Zimbabwe in school systems, in large community gardens that allow the communities to become self-sustaining and self-sufficient. We have built a clinic that was just commissioned by the Zimbabwe government on August 11th. And today I just want to introduce myself and talk to you about 2 grants that are currently on the matchinggrant.org. One of them is G3204, which is a water project in the Binga area of Zimbabwe in Montebello Land North. that is just absolutely destitute with no water. And what we're looking to do there is pump water from the Zambezi River inland about 3K, which is 1.8 miles, into this particular community, and then tee off from the pipes to other areas. So on this particular project, G3204, we have submitted this grant, and we're looking for $26,780 for this specific project. And the next project then is G3195, which is a school in the same area of Binga, and we're looking for $68,788. We have already started this project. We've broken ground. We have a very cookie cutter formula where we involve the entire communities to empower these communities to take ownership in these schools. So we fund these schools, but then all the labor is coming from the people in the villages along with our certified builders. So everything is in compliance with the Zimbabwe government. So those are just the two of them that are currently on matchinggrant.org. We have listed a number of other projects that have been fully funded. As I mentioned, we've been there for 20 years. The Buy a Brick Foundation, you can go to buyabrickfoundation.org, or you can go on to Matching Grants and look for the country of Zimbabwe, and you will find a number of these projects. So thank you very much for your time. I've enjoyed listening to everybody and all the projects they have, and all the best success with them.
Thank you, Gib, for being here. That was a very quick summary. VJ, I'm going to put it back to you. We've finished on our side, and I think we can do, after this is over with, if people want to stick around, we can do the follow-ups then, or we'll go offline and talk with everybody. So VJ, back to you, and thank you for your patience.
Yeah, thank you. Before we end, I would just like to request everybody to join me in a toast for the successful landing of the Chandrayaan-3 on the south pole of the moon, as well as the successful hosting of G20 by India. Kindly join me in the toast.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Dr. Sam, I had just twisted the agenda from the first to the last.
Mr. Chair, would you allow me to just give an advice for Samir? I reviewed your grant 314. You do not have a partner. GIP just put two projects on. Although GIP has partner for one of them, but you can also still connect with GIP and give him on paper. You can pledge for him $5,000 or $7,000, $8,000, and GIP can become your partner, and you can become GIP's partner, because GIP is going to need 15% to finish his project, to establish his project too. So this is the way you guys can connect with each other and
Gib and myself, sir. Gib and myself.
His project is 3024 and 3195. Your project is 3194. So
yes,
you do not have a partner, but GIP could be your partner on one of his projects, and you can give GIP, because you have $7,000 and $5,000. You can talk to GIP and say, give me some, just transfer some money from your grant. I transfer money from my grant on paper. Only do it on this paper. So you will have a project. You will have a partner. Then you can go take your project and post it on Rotary International and have a GG number. This way you can proceed and start gathering money too.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. And also too, because of having the Excel spreadsheet, just like with Sadif and the work that she's doing in Turkey, go and start data mining. People are being too passive. They post their information on matchinggrants.org, and then they come the next month. Many of these projects could be funded probably in a matter of days or within a couple of weeks if people would start making contact. So look at the projects you're interested in or what you're doing. and then reach out to those people that are on matchinggrants.org and say, hey, how can we collaborate? Just like what Shab was saying now between GIB and what you're doing there in India. This is a way that you start moving these projects forward, get filed like the Turkey project with a GG number with Rotary International. And these projects can start running and galloping instead of waiting for the once a month International Global Grants Projects Fair workshop, which is very valuable. But the value is that you have access to all these people, you know exactly who they are. And so data mining is the name of the game to get all of these projects funded and moving forward. VJ, back to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we end and we go to the vote of thanks, just one information. We'll be having our next meeting on October the 19th at the same time. Friends, please note, we will be meeting every third Thursday at the same time. You can suggest this to your friends if they have projects, if they are interested in friendship exchange, if they are interested in peace talks, they can either contact me or they can contact Dr. Sam. We'll definitely take it up, but then you have to first discuss with us so that we need to plan the agenda in advance, and accordingly we'll be taking it up. Now I would like to thank everybody for joining. And it's a bit late, but thank you very much, everybody for sitting over here. And I think it was a packed agenda, so we had to extend a bit. Looking forward to see you all again. Thank you. Thanks, Shab, for giving us the information and taking out your time and joining us. We'll be adjourning the meeting now. We'll be on for around 10 more minutes for fellowship. Thank you very much. Dr. Sam, you want to add something?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And Bradley, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. What I'd like to do, since we're formally have